Hey everyone, welcome back to the pod. This is Ashley here, and we're going to do another mini episode for you guys. But I just want to touch base that our next episode after this will be on American Ultra. So if you want to get that watched before the pod comes out to know what's going on, you sure can. And yeah, just make sure to follow the pod on our socials, and you can find the links to those in our episode description. But anyways, yeah, thanks for listening, and let's get into it. So, for my mini episode today, I am picking one of my all-time favorite movies that flew almost completely under the radar, which is Leigh Whannell's Upgrade, which was released by Blumhouse in 2018. And real quick, just a background on Leigh Whannell. You probably recognize him from Saw 2004. He's the one who cuts off his leg at the end. And he also wrote the Insidious movies and Dead Silence. And one of his... So yeah, obviously has like the horror element, but another one that he did that was really good that's closer to this one was The Invisible Man from 2020, and I'll mention that again later, I'm sure. But Upgrade is set like 30 years into the future or so, and we meet our main character, Gray, who's played by Logan Marshall Green, who you probably recognize from Devil, and he's one of the main characters in Prometheus. Love him in that one, and him in general. I didn't really recognize that many other people in the movie from anything else, mostly Logan Marshall Green, which is good enough for me. When the movie starts, we learn it's like 30 years or so to the future, so it's pretty, not super futuristic, but there's definitely some technology advancements. But we're introduced to Gray and his wife. We can tell right away that even though it's in the near future, we can tell that Gray couldn't be less interested in the technological advancements that are present now. But his wife, Asha, is higher up at a tech company. And they are visiting with a tech guru named Aaron, E-R-O-N, which is one letter off from Elon, so do with that what you will. And that's not that important to the plot at the moment. But on their way home from there in their cyber truck, which is... do with that what you will as well. It malfunctions on their way home and drives them into a neighborhood. Yeah, pretty much causes the car to crash, and that's where Gray's life is like changed forever. And he's left a quadriplegic, and Ash is no longer in his life, but I'm not going to say what happens. I'm going to make you watch it to find that out. So we'll cut a little ahead. Not much time has passed, but Gray's in the hospital with no working limbs, and he's approached by Aaron, who proposes an experimental chip that he's claiming can pretty much fix Gray's issue and cause him to have a full functioning body again. And he wants to test it out to see how well it works, but also so Gray can find out who took his wife from him. I won't go too much into detail about STEM because that's one of the fun twists, but it's definitely not what it seems. Okay, and I know that sounds like every other run-of-the-mill action movie plot ever, but this one is so different. It has such like a fun sci-fi twist, and the world that Leigh Whannell created for this movie is like so top-notch. It's so colorful and vibrant. The fight choreography is so perfect. It's even like... And I love John Wick movies, obviously, but even this is like different. With the horror element into it and the sci-fi, there's such brutal death scenes, and then the fight choreography is just like... I don't even have words. And there is CGI in it, but it's super well done CGI. Like, you don't even notice it or think about it. And especially with the budget of only $5 million, it does not look like it. It looks like such a like big budget movie. And the CGI is not even mostly like the death scenes. It's in other parts of the world, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm picky when it comes to like fighting like action movies, but this one is so bloody and brutal and fun that we can put those words together. And another thing I had to mention is the sound design in this is so perfect, and when I watch it, I just like kind of like think of it as like a character itself, if that makes sense, because it's so like integral to like the story and helps with the storytelling a lot. And I just really love that part of it as well. But yeah, it's just like so incredibly well produced, and the acting is so good. Logan Marshall Green gives such a good performance. There's some great lines and some really funny lines as well as some good humor in it. It's just really well paced too. It brings you in right away. It's only like an hour and 40 minutes or so. So yeah, and it just flows perfectly into an ending that is unlike any other ending I've like seen. It's not what you'd expect, and it's just so perfect. But the ending really makes this movie stand out against like any other thing, at least that I've seen. So it's like really special to me. But yeah, when I first saw this, like I said, I had zero expectations, didn't watch the trailers. So then please don't watch the trailer if you're thinking of watching this, because it gives away so much and it gives away the twist. And I just avoid trailers like the plague anyways, because I'm just like more pleasantly surprised if you know nothing going into it and tend to enjoy movies more that way, in my opinion. But yeah, just ever since I've seen this, I've been telling everybody and anyone to watch this, except it's not been streaming anywhere like ever. But I finally added it to Netflix, which is why I wanted to recommend it to you guys so you can finally watch it. And I know I have some friends in Canada who listen as well. And I don't know about Canadian Netflix, but you can rent it for cheap on Amazon Prime for like less than $5. So if you can't find it, if you don't have Netflix, you can do that. Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to add as well, my boyfriend Ryan is like the biggest action movie hater ever. He doesn't even like John Wick, which is so annoying. He won't even watch him, but I showed him Upgrade, and he loved this one. He thought the story was good. He thought the acting was good. He was like so invested and actually paid attention to it, and that is like really saying something. So if you're iffy on those ones as well, like I assure you will enjoy this one. Now I'm going to talk about some of the movies this reminds me of, and The Invisible Man, obviously, also directed by Lee Winnell. John Wick, and well, the John Wick franchise, I should say, and one of my favorite movies of 2024, which is Monkey Man, which Hunter is here with me, and he pointed out that the Upgrade poster and Monkey Man have very similar posters, which I love. Or this one's a little bit of a different genre, but it still is a revenge one, which is Promising Young Woman, which still has like similar color stories, the vibrancy of it, and yeah, I just want to throw that in there because that's also another one I don't think too many people have seen. But I know there's not much I can really say about the plot of a revenge movie to differentiate aside from subtle differences, but some of the elements I look for in action movies, or just movies in general, I suppose, but for this instance, the fight choreography, the fast-pacedness, the colors, the cinematography. So, I mean, if any of those elements are something you're also interested in, even just one of them, or none of them, you'll still love this movie. I'm sure of it, because it is so good and entertaining. Oh, the AI thing. And, I have one more thing in my notes that I forgot to mention earlier. Another little reason why I wanted to recommend this one is because it is, without giving much away, an artificial intelligence themed movie. And with that being so prevalent right now in the world, yeah, it's just fun to watch, and you could see potentially where things could go in the future. Just kidding, but no, it's just something I wanted to throw in there. But I think that's pretty much most of the things I wanted to say, I think, on Upgrade. And yeah, it's really honestly such a treat to watch, and again, the less going into it, the better. I think that's, but yeah, anyways, guys, I think that's pretty much all I have to say on Upgrade. And just a reminder, is on Netflix, and if you don't have Netflix, you can rent it for less than $5 on Prime or wherever you can rent movies. And like I said, the less going into it, the better, at least in my opinion. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, I think that's a wrap, and hopefully I was able to sell you guys Upgrade. Thank you for listening, and remember, our next episode will be on American Ultra. I'm not sure when the episode will come out, but just keep your eyes open for that. Turn on the notification bell if you use that kind of thing, or I don't think anyone uses that. Okay, well, bye everybody, and thank you for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.